It begins with a box on the bed. Paper rustles softly, like secrets unwrapping themselves. Inside, layers of calm. A tea the colour of smoke at dawn. A cardigan spun from something between cloud and memory. And beneath them, a camisole of pale gold, so light it seems borrowed from air. He stands there, unsure. His hands hover above the fabric. "They're beautiful," he says, but his voice sounds half apology, half awe. She folds her arms. "They're not for the drawer," she says. "They're for you. Try them." He glances up, searching her face for a reason, a rule, some permission to feel what he already feels. Her gaze gives none, and everything. So he begins. He pulls the tea over his head. Its texture softer than anything he's ever owned. The fabric slides against his skin like reassurance. The cardigan follows, warm and light. He looks into the mirror, expecting to see someone diminished, but instead the reflection feels honest. She circles him slowly, steps measured, quiet. Her eyes take in the shape of him, the way his shoulders ease, the way his breath slows. "Do you feel smaller?" she asks. He thinks before answering. "No," he says. "I feel unguarded." "Good," she replies. "Softness isn't the opposite of strength. It's what happens when strength learns to breathe." He studies his reflection again. It's unfamiliar, yet right. Like a word he's spoken before but never understood until now. That evening, they walk through the city, not to talk, but to watch. Ray leads him to a quiet boutique tucked between a cafe and a florist. Muted tones, wide mirrors, gentle music. A place built for listening to silence. She moves through the racks with purpose, touching fabrics, judging weight and texture, her hand pausing only when something speaks. A shirt of pale linen, tapered trousers in charcoal, a soft scarf that carries warmth without heat. "Try these," she says. He obeys without argument. When he steps out, the shop feels brighter. The clothes fall around him like second thoughts. Not disguises, but extensions. She stands behind him in the mirror's reflection. "See," she says, "you don't need armour to hold yourself together." He studies the lines of his body, how the softness makes him stand differently, how his eyes look clearer somehow. He's learning the difference between hiding and resting. Later, back home, Ray places a small box in his hands. "Open it." Inside, a silver chain rests on a dark velvet. No pendant, no mark, just light captured in metal. "For when you forget," she says, "wear it to remind yourself that gentleness is deliberate." He turns it over in his palm. It feels light. She smiles. "That's because it belongs to truth. And truth doesn't weigh much, until you try to run from it." The next morning, he makes coffee in the quiet kitchen, cardigan draped across his shoulders, chain glinting faintly in the sunlight. He's not performing, he's just being. When a friend stops by unexpectedly, there's a flicker of surprise, a raised brow, a half smile, but no mockery, just recognition. After the door closes, he leans against the counter. "I didn't expect that," he says softly. "Did it scare you?" Ray asks. He shakes his head. "Not exactly. It startled me, but maybe that's what change feels like." She nods. "Change should make noise in your chest." He exhales. It did. That night, in her journal, Ray writes in violet ink, "Soft is not a compromise. It's a revelation. The absence of armour is not the absence of courage. It's the moment courage decides to stay." She closes the book, glances towards the couch where he sits reading, and lets herself smile. The fabric of the night feels lighter somehow, as if it, too, has learned how to breathe.